When we were in prison, after a few months that we were there, we had this opportunity to have some visits with our sisters, and we realized that there were so many people who were praying for us, for our release. And this was really encouraging, just to hear that we were not alone. And there were some people who were praying for us, and they were standing with us in that battle. And also later, we realized that there were so many Christians who were writing to us. They were writing encouraging verses, encouraging words, and some kids, they would draw something and send it to us to prison, to Evin Prison. And this was really something creative that they started doing. Of course, we didn't receive any of those letters, but we heard from the guards in prison during the time. There was just one time that one guard came to prison. He was famous in prison for being so harsh on prisoners and for punishing them physically. He came to prison with a group with him, and they were just calling our names, and everyone in prison was concerned for us because they thought, they came to prison to punish us. And when we went to the room that guard with his team were sitting, and he shared with us, he told us that we are receiving many letters for you. And I think he mentioned that your letters it's full of a room, letters that we have received for you. And it was interesting that, we got so encouraged. They didn't give us even one letter to read because they didn't want to encourage us. But we realized that some of the judges made some of the guards to open the letters and read what people has written. They were curious. They wanted to know what was in those letters. And through reading those letters, we heard from some guards in prison that they started asking questions. We realized that so many people wrote this verse that God is my shepherd, and they were asking us, what does this mean? And we became so encouraged that even those letters were used, by God to speak to the guards in prison.